Hey guys.
Y'all, we missed y'all. We had a week in between.
Oh my God, it was a much needed break.
It was. But let me tell y'all why we wasn't going to be able to do the video anyway. And God was on our side because there was no video to do.
Yes, and let me tell y'all, I was out of town, but if I would have been in town and I would have drove my ass over here, because I don't never look at the stuff before, we never look at the preview or nothing. I would have been so mad that I was over here and I didn't have to go.
And if we would, you literally would have turned right back around.
I would have gone home immediately, but God was on our side.
Yes.
Okay, so whatever. I didn't watch last week because I was out of town.
If y'all watched it, if anything was interesting, let us know.
Yeah,
but we didn't watch it, so just
sorry.
comment if anything was interesting from the little special last week.
But I'm Michelle.
I'm India.
And we are about to review Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 12.
Yep.
Okay.
First up, Olajuwon and Katina.
Kind of. Katina, it's whatever. I don't even care.
This episode was terrible. And it started off with them.
It started off with Katina. I mean, honestly, I was so tired of that whole storyline, and the fact that we had to deal with it for the whole episode this week was like whack. I'm over it. But Katina went and was talking to Jasmina and Michael, and Jasmina was basically like, if she's crying, it's, she's really hurt. She's serious. I just think like Olajuwon just wants to could be her dad. Like, he wants to break her down, and I don't care what nobody says.
I agree with that.
Everything he does is so condescending. He talks down to her. He's like, you are married. You think she doesn't know that? Like, it's just one of those things where what he's doing is like very bad behavior, and anybody in these comments condoning it could just
Olajuwon is very immature. He kept talking about how he was ready for marriage. He was ready for this. He deleted Instagram. He did this and did that. But you were not emotionally ready. You deleted Instagram because you had stuff that you couldn't just disconnect from. She didn't delete that app because she never even opened the app.
She wasn't thinking about it.
The app wasn't even signed in. She wasn't thinking about it. You don't think if she was using it or just talking to somebody
it would pop up with the messages?
Like, come on. And you don't think she would have then deleted it because she would be more guilty? And the fact that we're talking about this is really crazy to me. Katina did nothing wrong. It's not a mistake to not delete an app that you're not using. We have hundreds of apps on our phone. I have 10 apps I have probably not even opened in 7 months.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that she apologized for anything. And people were like, oh, she had, what was her part in it, y'all? What did Katina do wrong? She forgot to do something, so she has to apologize for you for forgetting to do something?
That's the only,
And she didn't forget to do it. It was a useless app. She didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I don't really see no wrongdoing on her behalf.
I don't see anything.
But if you want to say, oh, she should have deleted it, okay, sure. My bad. I should have deleted it, but
and I'm sure
there was
she
no
said that. After he embarrassed her in front of everybody.
Right. And so I was telling India, I feel like the issue itself was something that they could have gotten past. It's something that nobody even needed to know about. It would have been, it could have been an argument at home. It could have been an argument while they was out. Just the two of them. The fact that he acted like such a asshole and a piece of crap talking about it in front of her to a group of people without ever telling her what it was and down talking her that is the part that took it to this next level where it was like this father-child relationship where he was chastising her and so because he was chastising her, it's like he needs to make her feel it, and then
y'all, I don't care what anybody say, Olajuwon is abusive in every way. He's showing all the signs, and if he was to smack the hell out of her, I wouldn't be shocked. And that's all I'm gonna say. You've known this girl for a month and have already made her cry 3 times. And then offer some stuff that she honestly, I promise you, Katina didn't do nothing, especially this go around.
So so that kind of leads me to Katina's childish a little bit. She just does not have this level of maturity about her. It's like...
Is it emotional intelligence?
It is. It's a little... It's. I don't know that it's emotional. It just feels like maturity all around.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it really feels like it's across the board. Like, because it's the wifely duties and it's the this and it's the that. Like, I feel like she is not able to express herself. Like, she kind of knows what she's feeling and she knows it, but she's not even able to express herself in a way, because I don't think she thought she needed to apologize either. But once he made his point, she's like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Like, it's like this, like, she's not strong enough on her own to believe in herself or to believe, like, I don't know. It's something off there. But it's the same thing with Mark and Noy. Like, they just have this.
With Steve and Noy.
Well, Mark, I think that
Mark and Noy separately. Okay.
Yeah, Mark, Noy, and Katina are just, like, childish. Like, they aren't at the level of their partners, and their partners are able to kind of, like, talk over them.
I totally agree with that.
Or like kind of come at them in a way that they aren't equipped to respond.
Yep.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
I totally agree.
But I mean, we could keep going with it.
So what else happened with them? So
he talked to his coach, and she
talked to her girl. Yep.
Yeah, they talked to their people, and her friend was just like, okay, well, he has stuff he needs to do too. It's not just about you. So it's like, I just feel like when her family sees this episode, this situation happen,
every episode,
it's going to be very hard to convince them that their relationship is stable and or that he's not an abuser.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And her other friends weren't playing at the guy. The other girl, this friend seems to be smart to be like I don't know.
And her friends seem very protective over her.
And
like,
her
they
mama.
know
And
that she's like can be manipulated or can
easily
be
manipulated. Yeah,
like,
you're right about that. They do.
So it's very. I think that we're watching like very sensitive like stuff happening. Like, the fact that if they're still in a relationship right now, like it's so cringy to me.
I feel complicit in watching this, honey.
His coach was like almost like a yes, and you don't have a mean bone in your body or whatever. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like,
I don't know, yo. And he wasn't telling him the full story.
I don't think Olajuwon even thought that what he did was wrong as far as bringing it up in front of the people. Like, he's like, oh, you know, I'm direct and I just say stuff. No, you're not direct.
You waited
because
an hour
you waited
and were
hours
with her before you said anything.
Like, that is just,
The coach, that scene might as well not happen. It didn't help him. It didn't teach him anything.
And we know from the previews that Olajuwon still just does not have any self-awareness. Like, he does not ever think that he is in the wrong. Like, he has an explanation for everything. He has a reason why, or he thinks he's right. And it's just,
y'all, it's giving me
anxiety.
Like, I can't with Olajuwon. I can't even really express it.
And then, okay, so did their little video together seem like a video where you want us to be like, Katina, girl, blink twice if you're okay?
Yeah, because he probably was like pinching her under the thing.
Yeah, like you better say this. Say your part. Right. It was just like.
Then she had to mention that she understood his side and she apologized. Like, why didn't he take the lead on that? You took the lead on embarrassing her in front of the group. Now, he does not think he overreacted, y'all. And if he does, him refusing to say it is crazy. And that's just moving forward. This is not okay. And that's why he about to get into Dr. Pepper next episode, because she gonna get into him.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, so next. I feel like but they had they had a taco night, but the taco night she bought stuff. It's just, and then she just be like, oh look, I did a taco night for you, and it's like
our first taco night. I brought the restaurant to us. She's trying to prove herself to him. It's like a child, like, mommy, look at my spin. Mommy, look at my split. She's like a child.
And that's what I'm saying. And he treats her like a child. He acts like the
dynamic
father.
is not healthy.
It's not healthy.
And he was sitting there like a father. You know how your kids be
He's like, yeah, you did good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I done seen you do the same. Like, okay, Katina.
It don't work. It's not.
It seems like she's trying to prove herself to him because he already done broke her down and made her feel like she's not worthy or she's not there. So she's trying to show that she's there.
And he also thinks that somehow being married to him is this prize. Like, I gave up all this stuff. I'm here. I'm being this. I'm being that. And then she tells her friend, like, oh, he's this and he's hardworking and he's that.
He has a heart.
He can jump off the bridge for all I
Don't
care.
nobody care about Elijah Wan's toxic ass. Anyway, next, Mark and Lindsay.
Oh,
You had
Michael and Jasmina.
Yeah. Well, they start off with joking about her non-driving self.
Yeah, they had a lot of like they basically this episode showed us that they're getting better. Like it kind of was just like overkill, just talking about we're getting better.
Yeah.
But
they were talking about her driving and not driving, and she mentioned something about being in a couple accidents. Because I was like, Michelle, they don't drive in Boston.
I mean, it seems like not having a car is one thing. Not being able to drive at 28 is another.
Yeah,
I just think those are life skills. It's a life skill.
There's very few cities where people literally, you'll find a lot of adults who can't drive.
And in New York City.
In New York.
And maybe like a foreign. I would say a foreign city like like Hong Kong or something where it's like a very busy, overcrowded city. I don't even know.
Because he was like, honey, you gonna learn how to drive.
I'm doing all the errands.
I'm about to have to drive everywhere. We even got this dog we got to take places.
Yeah.
Like, no. And so that was a cute scene when they were driving. I really felt like, dang, I told Michelle, if that was decision day, they should try to keep going. Because they seem like they were progressing.
I agree, but
if the chemistry not there, it's not there.
I just don't know if Jasmina is being 100% honest about why the chemistry isn't there.
You think she's not physically attracted to him?
She can be. Like, I just feel like we're all adults. When we're physically attracted to somebody and they make us laugh and they do nice things for us, and like,
she did say those things that he dealt with the first time
how can you not?
Yeah,
like, there, to me, she's just not saying the words, I'm not physically attracted to him. But, like, what
she actually said she was physically attracted to him the wedding day.
But she's not, because how can he do nice things unless she's so turned off by him, by what happened before? But that doesn't add up, because they keep saying, like, it's so much better than before.
I said from the beginning, I didn't think she would be physically attracted to him.
I didn't either, because he's short.
She wanted a tall guy. She specifically talked about height. I knew he would. She's beautiful, even though he wanted somebody shorter.
But he would be attracted to her. Yeah.
I knew he would be attracted to her. Anybody would be attracted to her. I didn't think she would. Everybody was like, no, she's just not going to come on TV and act like Alyssa. And she's trying. If she's not attracted to him at all, she's really trying. I ain't going to lie. Because
his sister told him you need to do some little stuff. And I actually agree with that, because I also think that if she's not as attracted to him, she's definitely not going to make the first move. But if he makes a move that she realizes she likes, then she might push it forward. Like, so, a rub in the kitchen, touching her waist. Like, I just feel like he's not being flirty at all in a way that I think he could be flirty without overstepping.
But he said this was the longest he's ever not
gone without
intimate.
sex.
So how does he initiate intimacy, even if, like, just the initial stuff? Are they just so attracted to him they start making out? Like, he got to do something, right?
He has to initiate it.
And I know he's attracted to her, but you know what? She did have a wall up. So maybe normally he is a little bit more touchy-feely. He put a wall up with her.
He said they both did. He was talking to his sister. And
I want them to give it a real try, including the sex portion, just to see. Because that might change
India said that Jasmina just needs to take a few shots and go for it.
I mean, yeah. Knowing that
nobody would be mad at that.
Yeah, knowing that he's physically attracted to me, I would need to know that. So I agree with you. He need to give her a touch or something, a wink.
Like, just touch her on her waist, come from behind and say, "Hey, girl,"
or grab her. But they need to loosen up, because they didn't put so much in between them that it is a little tense. So and if they would have had sex like before that, then they could have got back to it. But because they didn't, they built these walls up. Somebody need to knock him down.
And then he gonna knock her down?
Yeah.
He gotta take her down.
He need to.
Oh no. But what I was gonna say
see what Michael working with.
Honestly, I feel like friendship is a good thing, especially when you're struggling to connect with somebody. So in some cases, you'd be like, oh, they about to friend zone each other, which is probably what the experts are going to say next week, because Pastor Cal always want to say, like, don't get friend zoned. Yeah. Because that's what actually in the preview he told Michael that he shouldn't have said something. We don't know if it was if they was splitting it up. But if it was regarding taking space and letting her take the lead, I agree. Like, she can't take the lead if she's not as attracted to you.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta give her something, and y'all do need to have a fun night. Y'all do need to go out and then be drinking and then, like, be kissing. Like, you have to do something.
But they don't kiss.
She said in the comments that she does kiss him. In the comments on Instagram. So somebody on Instagram was like, oh my gosh. So somebody posted this in the comments, and then I ended up seeing it on whatever. I ended up seeing a post about it. But basically, when they were talking about the date from the wedding night or whatever, the 1 year anniversary, I mean the 1 month anniversary. He basically, the person was like, oh my God, all that stuff he did for you, he didn't get no kisses or nothing. And she was like, no, I did give him a lot of kisses that night. We kissed a lot that night. They just didn't show it. So she did say she kissed them.
So what's up with people kissing and not taking it to the next level? Because Olajuwon and Katina still haven't. And they are very
because Olajuwon is controlling this, and he is going to reward her with sex when she deserves it.
I can't. No, God.
That's why.
I can't.
I'm just telling you.
I can't. So anyways, Michael talked to his sister. Jasmina talked to her mom. Mm-hmm. That's when she let us know that it's been a month. I have no feelings for him. Yeah. And we was like, well, duh, we knew that.
For sure.
Like, everybody knew that. Stevie Wonder could see that.
Yeah.
Because you not giving nothing. But, y'all, I really want them. I have a feeling they're not going to work out. But I want them to make it past decision day.
It seems like they could work.
A couple months just to really see without the cameras
what they could do.
And if she can grow to be more attracted to him or grow feelings for him and vice versa.
So they would be a couple that's a candidate for not moving in together.
Exactly.
That's what he said.
I think so.
Like,
yes.
They would be a couple where don't move in together, but date heavy. Like, spend as much time as you can. Together. Don't give up your apartments yet. But and put a timeline on it and say, if in 2 months we haven't moved to this or hit something, then we call it quits. Yeah. I know it feels like wrong to put that kind of stuff on it, but
I agree.
I think in this situation, you can't just date indefinitely, but you're technically married. Like, you have to have some goals there.
Yep. Especially because they both have roommates. It's just different. I don't know. It's just different. It's not easy to just up and find a new place, especially if you cannot afford to live on your own and you have roommates and they replace
so you don't want to lose your living situation, right? That you can afford and all of that.
No.
So give it 60 days.
If you're not sure. If you're unsure.
Yeah. Because nobody wants to be Gil. And Gil, like, nobody wants to sell all their stuff, move into an apartment, and then find out 2 months later or a month later that they're not.
Even into
it. Like, nobody wants that. Okay.
What else did they do? After they spoke to... They went driving, they spoke to the sisters. I don't have nothing else either. And I know they
they cooked lasagna. But that was
whatever.
Which was fine.
And that was cute.
I just feel like they have opportunities to have those intimate moments, and either the producers want to paint a picture of like unsurety, so like we don't know what's gonna happen, or they really aren't doing something. But I think it's quite possible that there could be more to it, and we just don't get to see it.
Because they're painting them as they, they already had the.
They have a story. This is the story that they are selling us, so that's what we gotta go with.
Okay, well, all right, Michael and Jasmine. I really hope y'all make it to, even though we wasn't feeling y'all a couple episodes ago.
No, Mark and Lindsay is what happened next.
All right, so they did that little dumb whiteboard activity, which was his idea, I guess, to spend time together, do stuff together, whatever, chores and different stuff. And apparently it didn't work.
Right, nothing.
That's what Lindsay said it did.
Right, this is the Olajuwon Lindsay, like, they're the same person comparison. Yep. Because anytime something happened, she just throwing it in his face, and then she's pushing through, so we don't think anything's wrong. Yeah. And then she turns up saying, you don't do nothing, you mess up all of this. And so he's like, so I feel like he's just like, well, you should have said that before. I'm a big proponent of, if you had a problem with something, you should have said it then.
I agree.
Don't be piling on now and telling me all these 5 things you got a problem with. You should have said that back then. But obviously they're in a pressure cooker, so every time something happens, like, Lindsay just pops off the handle.
I want to like Lindsay, but Lindsay is too unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like, it's her
and alcohol might play a part in
it's too much. They went shopping. He had a budget. They said their budget was $150. She's just picking all the stuff up that he don't want. Like, to me, Lindsay, I don't know. She just seems like a show off, or like she has to show how worldly or cultured, or how she.
Olajuwon.
Yeah, like
it's like this. It's this like I'm up here, you're down here dynamic.
And granted, his ass is childish. He don't even.
He is again like Katina. He's childish, and so he's just like, oh my god, you eat so much fruit, and it's just like, Lord Jesus. But then she gonna ask him if he eat every fruit in the book. Girl, he done told you he don't eat no fruit. Why are you asking him if he eat cantaloupe and honeydew melon? Because he definitely don't eat honeydew melon. Yeah, like nobody eats honeydew melon. So I mean, I love it, but nobody eats it, and so why would you ask him if he eats it? Like it's just like she, like you said, oh, do you want to have shallots, and like it's just stuff that this man don't even know what that is.
Know what a shallot is, and you know that.
And it's like, oh, do we need to get this? Stop asking. Like, she's just gallivanting through the grocery store. Like, girl,
stick to the list.
Grab stuff and go.
Yeah, stick to the daggone list. And I ain't gonna lie, it got to be extremely annoying to date, or let alone be married to somebody who doesn't eat anything. Like, he literally came home with chicken fingers and fries. And I was cracking up because she was talking about that. Yes. Like, that was so funny. It's like, dang, that's annoying.
That I would not. You're right. That would not work for me. Yeah. That would be an incompatible level.
But that's one of the things, like, if you got married at first sight and the person was decent and they just weren't open to different foods, you're not going to.
But they're not even getting along.
No, I know. Yeah,
it's definitely not going to work. We know they don't work.
They not going to work. But I ain't going to lie. Mark is hanging in there because Lindsay would drive me bonkers.
He don't have nowhere to live. So he's going to stay at the apartment.
You're right.
Lindsay's going to leave. He's going to just ride this out because he's still got to look for an apartment, and he don't have a job. So he's definitely going to ride this out.
Well, he do have a job.
Well, he currently has a job
they found him on Reddit. We saw or something.
It was an article. It was a random article that I came across.
He works at the Chick-fil-A.
He does work at Chick-fil-A, so he does have a job now. We don't know if when he got that job, but he is employed now. But what I was going to say is that, he acts like a child and she treats him like a child, and it's never gonna work. Like,
yeah, it's giving Olajuwon and Katina.
He was doing chores and he messed around and messed up her clothes, and I understand that she was very frustrated with him, but it sounded very much like a mother-child discussion.
And she kept going and adding stuff on, and that's the worst thing you could do.
She's piling
on. He messed up your clothes. Now he don't do this, he don't follow through with anything. Like, that's not even the same offense.
And it does happen that way, like when you're frustrated with somebody, but you can't. You can't.
She cannot control herself.
No,
she's out of control, literally.
So then they had a little talk when they having dinner. And then they about to do this cat photo shoot, and he so I think it's hilarious because she's like, he's recoiling, he doesn't want me to touch him. Girl, he don't want you. Like, I kind of understand his perspective. Like, we're not in a good place. Don't be just grabbing me because I don't really fool with you like that right now.
Yeah, and she's
so sensitive. Like, how you so talking so big and bad and you sensitive?
I don't know. I don't get it. It's a personality disorder. It's something wrong with her. Oh, I don't know.
Because cancers are very sensitive.
I don't care what sign she is. She has a personality disorder.
You think so?
Yes. It's something. Like, I don't care what sign she is.
She has a very strong personality. She needs therapy, though.
She got something, child. She got something. Her daddy said it.
Yeah,
anytime your daddy say you ain't gonna be able to deal with my daughter, something wrong. She got a personality disorder, y'all. What she got? Diagnose her.
They're definitely not going to work. But not only that, like, they cannot stand to be around each other, and it's very evident. And as much it is actually, she does have personality disorder, because the fact that she can put her feelings aside and smile in a picture like that is it's giving psychopath, sociopath. Like,
it is.
How you get rid of them? Because I ain't taking no pictures. Yeah,
I ain't giving you no options. She wanted him to beg her to stay.
Yes. So it's giving insecure / needy. Like, you need to feel like somebody wants you. So clearly, it's the abandonment thing. It's her mom. The fact that her mom don't want her, she needs people to tell
She
her.
Still hasn't clearly explained that mom's situation, and I'm not going for that.
Okay.
She was grown.
Okay. Well, she may not have had a great upbringing though.
She couldn't have had with that personality.
Well, okay. Stephen Noy. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, Stephen Noy, honey.
Okay, so they did the dog stuff together.
They did the dog cleaning.
It was cute. He was talking. He went out and had a little like fun session with Mark. And that's when he explains that he does have a savings, which obviously we assume, but it's just like, okay, when are they going to have this talk about like
contribution to the household? What our bills are going to be? What we feel comfortable paying? What percentage are you paying versus me? Is that going to switch up? Is that a fixed amount? Is it
a certain amount now? Are you not working? And when you work, it'll be more.
And it seems like they're not having a conversation, but he keeps saying it like Noy doesn't want to have it. So it's very confusing.
But it's not confusing because the way she acts is she don't ever want to give details. Like every time he asks her a question, she's like, because I'm not comfortable. Like, why aren't you comfortable? Another child that we're dealing with. Like, Noy is a child too. Like these people and their emotional levels.
Noy's point. I don't want to stop my life. I already moved to Boston for a man and that relationship didn't work out. I have an apartment I can afford. I do not want to just up and get something with you, and I don't even know what financial situation we're going to be in.
Told him this?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't seem like it.
He's acting like
he doesn't know why.
Understand it, and he's smart. So if she told him that directly, which I totally understand, but I also get his point of like, okay, this feels like we're not in a marriage. I get it. If you're all in and you think moving together is the end all be all, but then I just don't like. Okay, the one thing I don't like Steve doing is saying like, oh, either you believe in me or you don't. She don't have to believe in you to believe in you.
She's not going to.
And if she's somebody who struggled with homelessness and other stuff growing up, I don't know if she was homeless, but very poor stuff. Yeah. She's not going to just believe, and probably liars. She's not going to believe you saying, oh, I'm capable of making this amount. In my heyday, I was making men lie, women lie.
People lie. Like, we can't act like he couldn't just be lying. Yeah. Like, he could be saying all of this.
Now, unless you're like, look, you want to see my pay stubs for the last 2 years? This is what it is. I literally stopped. I did not get fired. She doesn't know if anything is the truth. She can love him or think she loves him all she wants. She doesn't know. Yeah. So no matter what, she doesn't know. And to totally just give up her apartment, I understand what she's saying.
But she did not explain that to him. Like, we basically came to these conclusions on our own. Yeah. But
putting this stuff together with her conversation with her brother was the most telling. Yeah. Because that's exactly what it is. And that's what we thought, which she was not expressing to him. Yeah. But just like, is he fully expressing? He is. He's expressing.
I think he is too, because I think this is the storyline that the producers want us to follow is, oh my God, they can't figure out what they want to do. I think she's just not willing to commit. And honestly, this is the other thing. She's giving like no accountability. So while I get like she wants to know what his job situation is going to be and she doesn't feel comfortable doing that, when he's talking to her about like, well, how is our life situation going to be like, oh, and so it seems minimal that he's like, well, what are your chores like? What are your duties like? But she doesn't want to answer, and she also wants. She's not compromising on that. She is unwilling to compromise on a lot of things.
From the beginning, she didn't want to compromise on the kids. Like it was a hard no. It was something else she didn't want to compromise on. She's not going to compromise on the chores.
So he's like, okay, so if you want, like, he's basically like, well, you take your dog out. And he didn't even say it the way I would have said it. Because I would have been like, that's your dog. You can take him out because what were you doing before you met me? You were taking him out. We've been working from home for 2 years. There's no way that you don't know how to manage your day and take him out and or put him in doggy daycare.
Like everybody else does.
Like, don't sit up here and act like
you can't do anything.
You can't do anything now because you work and because he doesn't. Because I told India, like, if I don't work by choice, then I might want to sleep till noon. And if I sleep till noon, you're not getting breakfast. And you might not get lunch. And I don't know what to tell you about that, but I'm going to sleep till noon because
that's going to get old, though. That's going to get old, though. Because to me, it's not about the money. It's about the time and making each other's lives easier.
That's fair. But at the same time, if I'm not working for a specific reason because I was burned out, because I wanted to experience a life of leisure, then a life of leisure means
he wasn't working so he could travel. Now he can't do that.
Or travel. But maybe he does
because then you chose to get on a marriage show. He messed up his life of leisure. That's my thing. In the normal world, if they had a relationship before that, okay. Yeah. You came into a marriage not working. The point is to make your spouse's life a little bit easier. You not working can make it a little bit easier. So do that.
So you're right. And I think the funny thing is he's basically like, do you want to be married because you don't even want to move in together? And she's basically like, do you want to be married because you ain't even bring everything to the table?
Right.
So they really are saying the same thing to each other about different topics.
She's not communicating.
She's worse at compromising. I actually think Steve is much more willing to compromise. And if she don't stay her ass off of Instagram, she's definitely going to.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. When he said that post, I was like, she can't be talking about him.
She definitely was talking about him.
It's just ridiculous.
And she's a child.
Just stay off. Or text your friends like
you just keep posting these damn things. And it's not because it's because she wants him to see it. Let's be clear.
Yeah, it's like why people post. It's a sub.
It is
a sub Instagram post. Like that's what you want him to see it. And then when he asks about him, no, girl, you lying. Now she was lying.
She was definitely
lying because that's short. No,
and then his sister-in-law was like, "Oh, you have to take her for her word." That was very mature of her to say because no, you don't have to take her for her word. I've asked her multiple times not to do that, and every time we get into an argument, she go to Instagram. The pattern is clear, and I can go by what she does and not by what she says.
Yeah, that's true. Actions speak louder than words.
Period.
Most of the time.
And so come on now. You mad about our conversation, and then you walk away and post on Instagram? Come on.
I don't like this for them. I don't think they need to work out though, but I think they will.
Don't nobody. This is literally an 0 for 5 season.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Katina and Elijah aren't going to make it, but they are like the worst couple. Like, they should not. They worse than Noy and Steve. Like,
Elijah is very not
Elijah Wan is going to end up cheating on Katina. Let's be clear. It's not going to be a Woody, Amani situation where everybody was like, oh, Woody's such a playboy. I didn't expect. No. Woody was mature.
Yes.
He had his little ways, but he was a mature guy. Ready for marriage and really fell in love with her. Yes. And Amani was a strong woman. She wouldn't have been taking
this. Ain't that, and that ain't this.
This man, as soon as 6, 7 a year goes down, when you do find yourself in a compromising position, he's gonna be cheating on Katina. He doesn't respect her.
He doesn't respect her at all.
So what happens when a man doesn't respect a woman?
We
know what happens. They do what they want. So right now he's trying to be disciplined because in his mind, a husband is this, a husband don't cheat, a husband don't do this.
But as soon as the temptation comes,
he gonna be cheating on her. He does not respect her.
Yep, you're right.
I don't think so, and she needs to run for the hills. And the cheating is the least of their concerns if that even starts. That man is
because he will be controlling. You don't need to go here. You don't need to do this.
Why
are you going there?
Don't have no kids by Katina.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, we done, y'all.
And
that's it.
India got to do a review next week by herself.
I'm not doing a review. What y'all think? So Michelle's not going to be here because she's going to be gone. And she thinks I should do it by myself. And I'm like, no, we'll just skip next week.
A special guest?
I can't. Okay, special guest or do it by myself. What y'all think?
Either way, break or something.
I'll put a poll on YouTube and I'm going to put it in our thing. Put in the comment. You think I should do it by myself next week? A guest? Or Michelle should do it. What y'all think?
I can't do it. I can't even watch the show. I'm not going to be around. I can't even access the show to watch. So I can't do it.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, y'all.
All right. Bye.
Bye.